Our offense, our lack of production on the offensive end, I thought we had some great shots, and early in the game we had some really open threes that we've been making all year, and we didn't, and it really affected the other end of the court. We've had enough struggles on the defensive end of the court, and it just magnified today with our lack of production on offense. So give credit to Richmond, a great game plan. The first half there when I think we gave up 2 threes there that really put us in a little bit of a hole where we were digging. They did a good job of running the clock and spreading us out and so forth. And, our lack of awareness on the defensive end has been an issue throughout the year and caught up to us again today. So disappointing. We gotta fight like crazy. We got to figure this out. When you play enough of games and you coach long enough, you've been through this, and the only way you do it is staying together and fighting like crazy to improve and get an edge that will show up on Saturday.
I heard you're kind of dying to move on offense in the first half. Do you feel like you guys maybe got a little stagnant in the last maybe 7% of the shots?
Yeah, the crazy thing in the first half, I didn't think we moved enough, Wayne, but we were getting some good shots, and we were getting at the rim, and we missed post moves today that we've been making and finishes. We had some wide open threes that we talked about. Here's where you're going to get them, and we got them. We just didn't knock them down, or didn't knock them down early, and it puts you in a hole. And against a team that's going to run clock on you, you can't get in a hole. And then what had happened, more importantly, is I'm not saying we were stagnant enough on offense, but it affected the other end of the court, and we give up some easy ones. And I thought we had 2 good days of preparing for these guys the last 2 days. And when the offense wasn't going, we were losing our confidence, and it hurt us on the defensive end.
I don't know if you had the answers, you would have this figured out already. So, but what are some of the things that you see you need to work on defense to get this going?
I've said this before. Early in the year when we were giving up threes, we were looking around, which makes you a half step to a step slow, and you're late. You don't get to the 3. And as the year went on, our defense kept improving, so we started flying around, and we were putting good pressure on the ball but running people down on the 3-point line. I think we've taken a step back where we're back to looking around instead of flying around, and that has hurt us the last 2 games, without a doubt. Just basketball awareness 101, without a doubt. If a guy is going to cut off a screen, he has an option to go backdoor or off the screen, and you only give him one way. And we were giving them 2 ways, and it's harder to guard. And if it's a really good cutter like a Rhoades or a Buck, those are baskets because you're late then. And that really hurt us today. And disappointing because we prepared on it, and I thought we had a really good 2 days of practice of guarding that stuff. Heck, I know Richmond's offense. I've done the scout. I know it. I could run it through in my sleep, but it's knowing it and guarding it are 2 different things. We just didn't guard it enough.
Coach, the beginning of the second half there, I think they jumped out on a 21-8 run. How big of a turning point was that for them for you guys not to be able to get some traction?
Yeah, I mean, it's 2 games in a row. You get in a hole that, and now you're home. You want that energy, and that gets it's not there because you're fighting out at a hole, and then I think we got it to a 13 or 11, and we had 2 empty possessions. Come on, man. I mean, that's just, you got to find a way. You got to find a way, and you got to finish. I thought we had 3 straight possessions where we had, I think, 2 inside plays that we just didn't get the ball to go down, and a wide open 3. Now, it's a whole different game, but then we gave some easy ones up. So we allowed our lack of production on offense to really affect our defense, and it's disappointing.
Players were talking about heart.
Yeah.
And the absence of heart tonight. Was that something they heard from?
Well, my thing is, like, you play long enough and you coach long enough, this stuff happens. Number one is the other team wants to win too. Just because you have VCU on your jersey doesn't mean that it's a W. No way, man. And I think our guys want it so bad that when things aren't going their way, I don't think it's lack of heart because these guys give me great effort, but I think there's a combination of you get a little nervous, you get a little tight, you're not locked into the moment, you're worrying about being 1 for 7 from 3 or 1 for 5 or you just missed your last 2 post moves or you didn't finish, and you got to let that go because you got to have great awareness on defense playing against a team like Richmond. And you know, I don't care what anyone calls it, but you got to be locked into the moment and one moment at a time. And that's really hard for an 18 to 22-year-old. Heck, it's hard for coaches because, you know, you're sitting there and you feel like you're not helping these guys. But you got to be in the moment, and you get one stop, you come down here and you get the best shot you can. Whatever happens, you got to get ready for the next moment. And if that's a defensive stop again, so be it. And I think our mind's racing, like, I got to get this done. I have to make this happen. And that's how it snowballs, and that's how you get these runs. That's how you get in the hole, and it's really hard to dig out of. And you know, we gotta look in the mirror. We got to work harder. We got to get smarter. Starting with me, we got to find some different ways to do a couple different things. But you know, we've gotten better all year long, and now we're in a dip right now. And you've heard me say this. We're in a valley right now, and everyone's going to pile on us. Good. I like it like that. Good. That's fine. We just got to keep fighting and figure it out, and then keep working, keep grinding, keep crawling. And there's no excuses when you don't feel great about how you're playing. You got to go to work, and you got to figure it out. And we're going to fight like crazy to do that.
Mike, with back-to-back games like this, do you worry about your team's confidence?
Oh yeah, I mean, one thing was confidence. We've been shooting the ball pretty well all year. We lead in the league in scoring, and we scored for 52 points today, and we had a lot of wide open shots. That's a confidence thing. I was a player. You know, some things don't go your way for a game or two. You're thinking about it. That's where we gotta juice these guys up. We got to give them gas. We got to fight through that. And if you're a competitor, you just keep going. And you know, it stinks. It flat out. There's no other way to say it. I'm not good at sugarcoating stuff. This stinks, but I also know you got to fight like crazy. And you know, if we don't have confidence, you know, we've played some really good teams, and this year we beat some of them. We've taken them to the wire. You know, we gain confidence from that. So, you know, we have it in our tank. We got to find a way to make more of it.
In what ways, as a coaching staff, can you juice the guys up and give them that confidence over the next couple of days heading into the next one?
Well, don't kill them. Don't beat them down more. Fight like crazy with them. You know, I'm coming. We're going to come in tomorrow. We're going to watch tape. We're going to get ready for our next opponent, and I'm not going to beat them down. No way. I'm going to love them up even more. We're going to fight like crazy even more. I'm going to sweat with them. Our staff's going to jump in with them, and we're not going to let these guys down because it's not going our way. It's got to be the other way around. So, yeah, this is hard, man. This, you know, I know what I signed up for. We got a lot of new faces. We got a lot of new young guys. We got guys playing different positions. It's a long season. You know, you have some tough moments. We've had some tough moments. We've had 2 really tough moments. When everybody thinks we should win every game. I do too. I've never played a game where I didn't think we could win it. And I'm not going to change that. But we got to make sure we take care of our circle and we fight like crazy.
You talked about, the guys want it so bad, and sometimes that leads to not favorable decisions. So you feel like that maybe have a mentality of a chip away instead of, like you mentioned.
Yeah, we talk about it all the time. But Wayne, when you're a player and you compete, I'm going to make a play for us. And if the play works, I'm going to make another one. But if they don't, you say, I got to find a way. I got to find a way. And sometimes you do too much. And you know, I didn't think guys were trying to do too much. I just think the last play affected the next 2 plays, and I think that really hurt us today. And we got to mature. We got to grow from it. And you know, there's some teams in the country going through what we're going through right now that are good teams, and we just got to keep fighting. Got to figure it out.
Is that the biggest takeaway you can, I guess, use in the next 2 days to get ready for GW? Is, you know, not dwell on what happened against Dayton during the course of the game, but just move forward to the next possession, you know?
Yeah, well, you know, there's different ways to handle what we're going through. Scrap everything and start over. We're not doing that. No way. As I think how we play and what we do works. There's certain things we got to get better at. There's some certain things that have been hurting us all year long. We've improved on, taken a step back from it. We got to continue to improve on it. There's some decisions we got to make when it comes to players and how much time they get. making adjustments. You know, I think this team is not a team that could make a ton of adjustments because of our awareness. I mean, no matter what defense we play or if we press or we take the press off, it still comes down to getting stops in the half court or taking things away that are the opponent's strength. So, we you know, all those things are in play, but we're not scrapping what we're doing because, you know, there's some things that we do that people have trouble playing against us because of what we do.
Anything else, guys?
Thanks. Have a great night.